It's not worth it. Hey, you're gonna go to jail for the rest of your life.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So, since the first video I made about Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares, I've been getting a lot of requests to make a full video about the most famous episode from the show, Amy's Baking Company. While there was a lot of drama from that episode that was shown on TV, the wildest parts of the drama actually happened off camera and after filming officially wrapped. So here are 8 crazy things that you never knew about Amy's Baking Company. And with that, let's get started. Amy and Samy didn't want to be on the show. It's hard to believe that Kitchen Nightmares' most popular and infamous episode almost never happened. The owners of Amy's Baking Company, namely Amy and Samy Bouzaglo, have previously said that they were huge fans of the show, but they were convinced that their food was, quote, too good to be part of Kitchen Nightmares. And so, initially, when they were contacted by the show's producers, they decided to decline the offer to be on the show and said that their restaurant was just not Kitchen Nightmares material. Luckily for fans though, the couple had a change of heart after the production team apparently promised to help them address the large amount of negative Yelp reviews and restore their reputation. And this is something that the couple mentioned several times during the episode. However, based on interviews that the couples have done since the show finished, their reputation was not in any way restored after the show. And if anything, the show actually made the number of negative Yelp reviews worse, which ultimately led to them closing the restaurant down several years after filming the show. Claims of sexual harassment. We all know that a lot of craziness unfolded during the Amy's Baking Company episode of Kitchen Nightmares, so much so that they even did a follow-up episode on the show in the following season. However, one of the most shocking and serious allegations happened after the show finished. In October 2018, Samy shocked everyone by claiming that his anger in the episode didn't stem from Gordon Ramsay's harsh criticism, but rather because of a more sinister issue. In an interview with KTAR News, Samy alleged that Gordon had sexually harassed his wife Amy during filming, and this is apparently why Samy went crazy at Gordon during the episode. However, when asked what happened, Samy wouldn't give any further details about what the harassment was. Although Samy did say that apparently Gordon kept asking Amy questions about Samy's genitalia, and apparently Amy ended up, quote, in tears because of it. However, Amy and Samy don't seem to have made any other comments about the subject since then, so it's not clear what the full story is. But this is certainly a serious allegation against Gordon. Investigated by the Department of Labour. It's generally frowned upon in the hospitality industry to withhold tips from servers. But as we saw in the episode, it became clear during the show that Amy and Samy did not share this sentiment.
Wow, $10 tip.
Yeah.
That's nice. For you?
Of course, yeah. Why not?
Do you think the girls deserve some tips tonight?
No, they get hourly.
And in fact, this actually landed Amy and Samy in hot water with the authorities shortly after the episode aired. According to Amy, the Department of Labour contacted them shortly after the episode aired and launched an investigation into their business practices. However, Amy said that no charges were filed. And in an article by KTAR News, a representative from the Department of Labour said that the couple may have been in breach of the law, but they would not give any further details on the case. However, some people online have said that in 2013, when the episode was originally filmed, the minimum wage in the state of Arizona was $7.80 per hour. And during filming, Amy and Samy repeatedly maintained that they paid their employees between $9 and $14 per hour. And under Arizona law, employers aren't legally obligated to distribute tips to their workers if their hourly wage greatly exceeds the state minimum threshold of $7.80. So it seems like Amy and Samy may have been legally in the clear. But it's safe to say that a lot of people who saw the episode felt like what Amy and Samy were doing was morally wrong, even if it was legally okay. Samy allegedly threatened a customer with a knife. On the show, it became clear that Samy had a bit of a temper, and this led to several altercations with customers as well as Gordon Ramsay himself.
You pay. You don't go out. If you touch a... You come Let me help, I told you. You go. You. You. No, I'm kidding, and you.
But Sammy's most disturbing outburst actually occurred after the episode aired. The couple admitted that after Kitchen Nightmares, their restaurant turned into more of a tourist attraction rather than an actual dining destination. And in September 2014, tension seemingly reached boiling point when footage emerged of Samy screaming at a customer holding what looked like a knife, and Amy had to restrain Samy.
It's not worth it. Hey, you're gonna go to jail for the rest of your life. Think about what you're doing.
And it was reported at the time that Samy had tried to stab a customer with a knife. However, in an interview that the couple did later, Samy said that what he was holding was not a knife, and in fact it was just a silver-coloured pen. According to Amy and Samy, 2 men and a woman came into the restaurant, and one of the men was drunk and started yelling. And when Samy asked them to leave because they were drunk, the 2 men started yelling, and apparently one of the men tried to touch Amy. And this is what led to Samy yelling at the man, and then what we saw in the video. The police were also called due to the incident, but the men were already gone when the police arrived, and so no arrests were made. Amy calls angry customers. We saw in the episode that Amy and Samy didn't take criticism well, and this is ultimately what led to Gordon quitting and walking out.
And the right thing for me is to get out of here. Good luck.
And because of their behaviour on the show, Amy and Samy faced an onslaught of hate after their Kitchen Nightmares appearance, which sparked a social media firestorm that was uncommon at the time. Initially, Amy and Samy tried to capitalise on their newfound fame by selling branded merchandise, but they soon found the criticism overwhelming. The fallout from their Kitchen Nightmares experience apparently took a toll on the couple's mental and emotional well-being, and Amy in particular revealed that she struggled with the negativity and said that she wanted to, quote, hide under the bed after the episode aired. But it seems that Amy later changed her perspective on this. Amy once revealed in an interview with AfterBuzz TV that she made a hobby out of calling people who left mean comments online, and this helped Amy cope with the criticism.
And so we would just make a list of people that would try to contact us or harass us during the day or online, and we would call them because they would never block their number, and we'd wake them up and they would be like petrified because I'd be like, hi, did you call Amy's Baking Company today?
There was also a period of time where Amy responded to several people on social media who had left negative comments about their restaurant. And these messages contained some very strong language as well as some potential threats. But Amy later said that her social media had been hacked and that those comments were not made by her, but many people didn't believe her story. Amy's large social media following. Although Gordon said during the episode that he felt like Amy and Samy were lost causes due to their behaviour, it seems that one thing that is not a lost cause is Amy's skill when it comes to baking. Amy still posts baking videos regularly on her TikTok and Instagram, and people comment all the time on how good her creations look. And this does make sense because during the episode, the only thing that Gordon praised Amy for was the cake that he had at the beginning of the episode.
That's lovely.
Thank you.
And the ganache as well.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. Oh.
I'm the only one that makes them.
Although one of Amy's staff members later said that the cakes were apparently store-bought, although this has never been proven. But Amy has racked up over 30,000 followers on social media, and she has tens of thousands of views on her posts. So it seems that people still love Amy's cakes and sweet treats despite what we saw on the show. Amy tried to quit the show during filming. Amy's Baking Company was famously the first and only restaurant that Gordon Ramsay has walked out on, and it seemed pretty obvious from the start of the episode that this was going to be the likely outcome due to the couple's attitudes. But according to Amy, she sent an email to the producers after the second day of filming, and in the email Amy said that she, quote, wasn't going to be part of any more reindeer games. Surprisingly, the next day, Gordon showed up and still tried to reason with them, and it's unclear whether Gordon knew about Amy's email or not. But as we all know, he ended up officially leaving the project that very same day. So it's probably safe to assume that Amy and Samy realised that the episode wasn't going to end well, and presumably tried to preemptively distance themselves from Kitchen Nightmares. And after the production crew left the restaurant, Amy and Samy decided to take it a step further, and they contacted the producers of the show and requested for their episode not to be aired because they never finished filming. But obviously their efforts were in vain because the show did end up airing the episode anyway. And Amy even said in an interview that the producers suddenly called her up one day and told her to buckle up because they were going to be the season finale of the show, even though Amy had asked them not to air the episode. Amy and Samy's mystery wealth. Despite the crazy behaviour and poor food quality that was shown in the episode, Amy and Samy still appear to be living quite a lavish lifestyle. As I mentioned in my previous video, Samy had been involved in a long legal battle with the US immigration authorities, and Samy was eventually deported back to Israel, and Amy went with him. Reports suggest that the couple purchased a property in Coral Tower, which is an expensive upscale apartment complex in Netanya, Israel. And Amy even said in an interview that they opened another bakery on the boardwalk in Netanya, but the question remains how. The source of the couple's wealth has always been shrouded in mystery, and it continues to pique the curiosity of many people on Reddit and fans alike. Especially because on the show, the couple talked about the issues their restaurant was facing and the financial issues it was causing. But in the episode, Samy implied that he had a slightly shady past.
He was a playboy in Vegas.
You were a playboy in Vegas.
Oh my God.
Stop.
He was.
Seriously.
He was. Even Hugh Hefner didn't have as beautiful of women as we did. All the playmates would come to our table. He was a playa.
And news reports have said that Samy is banned from Germany and France for drug and extortion charges. And this of course has raised several questions about where the couple got their money from. Speculations about ties to illegal activities persist online, with some people believing that their wealth may be derived from illegal means. People have also tried to locate Amy's new bakery in Israel, but no one seems to be able to find it. It's possible that Amy and Samy are intentionally trying to maintain a low profile, which is likely a response to the overwhelming backlash that they received in the wake of their Kitchen Nightmares episode. But the mystery surrounding their wealth and their ability to sustain a luxurious lifestyle remains a topic of fascination and debate among people who continue to follow the couple's story, and the mystery remains unsolved to this day. So there you go, there were 8 crazy things that you didn't know about Amy's baking company from Kitchen Nightmares. What do you think of Amy and Samy? And are there any other episodes of Kitchen Nightmares that you want me to make a video about? Let me know in the comments. If you'd like to get early access to my videos as well as exclusive content, you can become a member of my Patreon for just a few dollars a month, and you'll unlock these amazing benefits. I'll put a link in the description. Please make sure you like, comment and share this video as it really helps support my channel. And of course, please make sure you hit the subscribe button to stay up to date about new uploads. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me again in future videos. Thank you, bye!